On today's episode of RCKicks, we've got a Kyosho icon, so stay tuned to find out more. Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, well, we're unboxing an icon from Kyosho. Well, a rere icon anyway. This is the Javelin re-release from 2017. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I've got more and more into Kyoshos over the last year and a half, even though back in the day I didn't really know much about them, and I love them. I've got quite a few now. I've got my Phantom up here. There's also going to be an upgrade video for that coming very soon, as I've got hold of some rare parts for it. And also got the Tomahawk and the Turbo Scorpion down there, and I love them. They're brilliant. High quality. So I have another one. Well, if you've been watching the show carefully, you'll probably notice that I did an unboxing for another re-release by Kyosho, and that was the Ultima, but it hasn't appeared back on the channel. Well, two reasons. The first reason, I kind of needed the funds for something else, so I sold it on. Why did I sell it on? Well, I just wasn't in love with the look. Now, I know that's sacrilege, don't get me wrong, but for me, it just didn't do anything for me. It just wasn't... I mean, quality was there and everything like that, but I had the opportunity to sell it, so I sold it on and used the money to fund another project, which I can't remember what it was for the show, but you've probably already seen it. And that was it. That was gone. And then there was a couple of other classic ones, and there was the Javelin. Now, when I first saw the Javelin, I wasn't overly sold on it. The look didn't really do much for me, and I never thought about getting it in the show. But over time, the Javelin has kind of started to appeal to me a bit more. Don't ask me why. Tastes have changed, that kind of stuff. And because I have the Turbo Ultima, and I built that chassis and I love that chassis, well, the Javelin is kind of based on the same chassis. So I don't run that, and I thought, oh, well, having this, I'll be able to run it, and then I can actually experience what this chassis is like. Love putting it together, so building this will be an absolute pleasure. And it's different enough to justify having it on the core wall, as it is very different looking to the Turbo Optima. Now, how this came about, well, there's a gentleman called Grant Henderson who is an RCKicks Patreon supporter, and he comments on the Facebook page. I'll put a link below. And he reached out and said he's selling a whole load of his cars, and he sent me a nice picture of a load of brand new in-box kits, saying would I be interested in them. Stop doing that, you people. So many of you do that. Like, I've got a bucket full of cash waiting, and yeah, I have no control, so I end up buying some of them. And he was kind enough to sell this to me at a very good rate, he twisted my arm, and now I have it. So I plan on doing a build of this one very, very soon, but first we need to unbox it. Anyway, a massive thanks to Grant. So let's have a look, and it's not a Dell for sure, but it's boxed up lovely because it's in its original box. So I haven't opened this, so you're going to experience it with me. It is new in box, so we will dive into it and have a good look at what you get. Now, the presentation of the Turbo Optimas and all the other ones have been amazing, so I'm looking forward to opening the box and seeing what you get for your money. Now, these kits are still available, and I looked this morning, well, cut my fingers off. I looked this morning, and they're out of stock at the moment, but I looked on Model Sport, and they're currently selling for £319. This is kit 30618B. Now, they say they're out of stock, but the next shipment of them is coming in on the 15th of the 4th, so not that long, just over a month and a bit. So if you want to get one of these, you're still able to get one, but you might have to wait a little while. This is the 6 Kyosho Vintage Series Buggy. Now, we haven't seen one of them for a while. The last one in the series was the Phantom. And I checked this morning because they've been very quiet, Kyosho, on YouTube, and they've put one more video out that came out 2 or 3 days ago, which was about a little model bullet train. But there's been nothing from them for ages, so hopefully we're going to see another vintage collection release from them. Now, a lot of people contact me all the time about them, and I have no idea. I have no knowledge of any of their releases at all, so I'm No idea, but I really hope so that Kyosho do bring out some more. We are desperate for the mids and a load of other cars. Right, let's have a look. So we've got, what's this? Just a bit of padding. Yep. Okay. Actually, Grant, you found a perfect box for it. And there we go. Now it is very different, and I have actually seen people that make these roll cages in metal, and I saw someone was selling them off a while ago, and in hindsight I would have loved to get one, but they were super expensive. But then I can understand, being that it took them so long to make them. So let's have a look at what you get. So one thing that I really love about these vintage re-releases from Kyosho is they actually don't just reproduce the same car, they go back through it and they upgrade it to take things like brushless power, so you don't have to buy an additional pro transmission or anything like that. It's already in here. Now, one thing I'm itching to find out is that you can run these on a belt and a chain. I decided to put a chain in my Turbo Optima because I was never really going to run it, and I don't have any chain ones. This I'll probably put on a belt, but I don't know if in the box you get both choices. When you get the Turbo Optima, you get all the gears, but you don't get the chain. You get a belt. So you can swap the gears over, but you have to purchase the chain separately, which is what I did. But in this one, I honestly don't know. But being that this will be a runner, I'll probably go to belt if it's in here. But yes, love it. I really like the wheels. Oh, it's actually sealed down. Oh, this is actually... This has never been opened. Oh dear. Is it criminal to open up one of these? No, of course it's not. There we go. Now, I wonder if they've done the same kind of look. Yes, it looks that way. So we've got the presentation. It actually has the chain and the belt, so you do get both choices, which is really good. For some reason the Turbo Optima didn't have the option. I'll probably end up putting the belt in this one, being that I want to drive it, and the belt would be a better way to go, especially if you put some brushless power in this. So what's this? It's some sort of... That looks like it's changed colour. So one thing that is very different is the actual body is just bars. Get the driver, doesn't look any different. It's just all plastic bars. You put it all together. Now I'm guessing you probably wouldn't bother painting it, being it's in the colour. Love the tyres, sound super, lovely and soft. Big bore shocks, metal bars. See, the presentation and the quality of what you get is just lifted. Yes, they are not cheap, but yeah, stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is the Turbo Optima is all done in like anodized gold, which is just beautiful. But obviously this one I think is just in plain metal. So Buggy. Yeah, it's in like a polished metal finish. Bag B, bag F. You just can't fault a Kyosho kit. It's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Their re-releases are beautiful. And if you're a hardened Tamiya fan, I can highly recommend giving them a go. You should try one. They are absolutely stunning. It's a one-piece wheel. The original ones were in multi-piece, as far as I know. It's funny, they're in different colours. They look different. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll cut to a close-up, and you can see exactly what's in the box, and then we'll run a little montage, and then we'll come back. And this is going to be built very, very soon. So it uses the same top deck. I'd like to change that one for carbon like I did on that one. So, right, let's cut to a montage. So there you go. As you can see, the quality is there, and I must admit I am blown away by Kyosho's vintage re-release range. Hopefully we'll see some more soon, as they've got a hell of a lot of back catalogue to catch up on, but it's been super quiet, so fingers crossed we'll get something in the next few months. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.